Greetings, boys and girls, and it's the grumpy old man broadcasting live, WDWL now from Studio B. Yes, Studio B, not Studio A. Wow! Yeah, we got two studios now. The grumpy old man can make an ass out of himself two different ways. And as I mentioned over the weekend, got this camera. I got to get a new camera. The first camera, let me go into a few things here. The first camera that I bought is not a cheap camera, and it's got a really nice adjustable LED light on it. I was doing I had to do 4 different sound effects and sound studio checks because everything was going haywire with the equipment. So I finally got everything all where it should be. And then the brand new camera started to go haywire. I was watching it, as the screen slowly, there were multiple colors coming up and it was shaking. And then all of a sudden this whole mess covered the whole screen. So I don't know. And I emailed the guy that I bought it from, and he was like, "Oh, well, you're shit out of luck, pal. I don't take returns." So I know why, because he probably got a load of crappy cameras. So I had to go to camera B. And the reason I stopped using this camera is because you can't adjust the light. So I'm being blinded by this damn light. All right, enough of that.
Rejected.
Right. So, as I mentioned, at my age, you get off track. And so, as I mentioned, I'm thinking of doing a daily, not around noon all the time, but somewhere in the afternoon, a little daily news quip. And basically it's news items that kind of get buried because of, current events and also little cute story. So today's news item.
I love it.
Wait a minute. Let me at least get to the news item. This news item comes from St. Paul, Minnesota Library. Okay? Give me a break here. On the 17th of November, they had a book returned. All right. But the book that was returned was overdue. Okay, yeah, it was returned, but it was overdue. Now, it was overdue by 104 years.
Wow!
Yes, 104 years. The book was checked out in 1919.
Rejected.
No, and believe it or not, they found the card file showing this book being checked out in 1919. And we talk about computers keeping records. Unbelievable. So, first of all, the library was glad to get the book back because it was about famous composers. And not one of the main reasons they're glad to get the book back is because now it's an antique they can put in the archives. And it's in excellent condition. And the way they got it back was a woman was going through her mother's attic and happened to find this book. And she goes, well, for the hell of it, I'll take it back to the library. Well, at the time in 1919, the overdue fine was a penny a day. This woman now owns $36,000. But they're not going to charge her because they're just glad to get the book back. So, talk about taking a long time to read a book. Of course, the grumpy old man thought it was a cute news story, but it'll get buried because, more important news. And this is what happens. They have these news stories that should be broadcast. And I'm sure, Minnesota, they're broadcasting it, but the local and the national and the world news are more important than a cute story. And talking about cute stories, I have a cute story from a friend of mine who called me this morning. Now, his wife happens to be one of these vain people. And her eye doctor told her, hey, after examining your eyes, you need to start wearing glasses.
Access denied.
That's the way she felt. She goes, no, I'm not putting glasses on my face. No. But she wears sunglasses. So the eye doctor gave her a prescription, and she was getting ready to leave the office. And he says to her, he said, wait a minute. I got one other thing to give you.
Whatever.
So he hands her his personal cell phone number.
WTF?
That's what she was thinking. And she says, why did you give me your personal cell phone number? What do I need to call you for? I mean, you already did the exam. You gave me the prescription. We should be done.
Awkward.
So he tells her, he says, the reason I am giving you my personal cell phone number is when you go out to get groceries or run an errand, I want you to call me.
WTF?
And she asked him, why? And he said, so that I can call my wife and tell her to get the kids off the street.
You failed.
Needless to say, right now, she is up ordering eyeglasses. And I just thought that was a cute story. So, the grumpy old man is going to sign off the same way that he signs off with the grumpy old vulture. But the vulture, unfortunately, grumpy vulture is only going to remain in Studio A, not Studio B. But we're going to sign off the same way. Another show in the can. And with that, boys and girls, have a good day. The grumpy old man broadcasting from WDWL TV News Now Studio B. We'll see you tomorrow.